Stop ES buy. Stop ES buy. Stop ES buy. Stop ES sell. 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 Stop ES buy. Stop ES sell. Stop ES sell. Stop ES sell. Stop ES sell. Stop ES buy. Stop ES buy. Stop ES buy. Stop ES buy. Stop ES sell. Stop NQ buy. Stop ES sell. Stop ES sell. Stop ES sell. Sweep NQ buyers. Stop NQ buy. Stop ES buy.
All right, my bad. Can y'all guys hear me?
Stop NQ sell.
My bad.
Sweep NQ sellers. Stop ES sell.
Okay. So 362. So about 362. So
Stop ES sell. Stop ES buying.
you say you hear my executions? Like, what do you mean by
ES
that?
sell. Stop NQ sell. Stop ES sell.
And do you hear like the keyboard or my executions?
Stop ES sell.
I know I got the soft music playing in the background, but I don't think I have, or at least I shouldn't have my executions making noise.
Stop ES sell.
Oh, okay, my bad. Oh, shit.
Stop ES sell.
Okay.
Stop NQ.
All right, I was like, I don't got no executions going. I forgot to mute this damn tab. My bad. My bad. I forgot to mute that tab. Yeah, that would drive me crazy. That's why I muted. I can't listen to that thing all day. Yeah, I'm just glad to be one of them, Investor Z. I'm glad you guys are joining me this morning as we trade the orb. So right now, the data and the EMAs are all telling me the same thing right now, is that we might see price ping pong back and forth between this range before we, in a couple of fake outs before we see that breakout. We didn't get an increase, that much of an increase of volume. And this is just a rough estimate. Moving forward, I'm not going to, well, moving forward, I'm going to have either zeros or fives. So if price is closer to 86,000, then I'll just roughly, I'll just zero everything out. If we're closer to five, then I'll put everything to five. Just get a rough estimate of the volume, because honestly, it's not a big data piece, but it's good to know a rough estimate of how many contracts are trading. And we didn't get that big of an increase in the first 15 minutes, which is supposed to be the most volatile. So only 76,000 contracts was added in the first 15 minutes of this. So we got all the EMAs flat. We have VWAP flat. We got the volume flat. Man, this might be one of those sessions, man. I would not short this still. Overall, the market is still bullish. Overall, the market is still bullish. You could get a short scalp here and there, but I wouldn't get comfortable in a short. This thing is not going to zero. It's not. So, moving forward, I'm just going to just focus on longs. I'm not even going to look for shorts, actually. I'm just going to look for just buying opportunities, because this market, it gives you more buying opportunities. And once all the buying opportunities are done, and and you see that turn in the market, then we can look for short opportunities once we see like the whole market turns. But even that is short-lived at times. So I'm just looking for long opportunities at this point. I feel more comfortable taking longs. Even when the bears, look at the bears is grinded this price down just for price to shoot back up, take out pre-market highs, and it's back to grinding. I would hate to short this market. So I'm just going to trade on the easier side of the market. See what gold is doing. Yeah, I kind of figured that gold would do this. I kind of figured it would. That looks like a head and shoulders pattern right there. So this is bullish. If we do see price come back, it may sweep the liquidity underneath this low right here, and then we'll get a continuation. But until price breaks below 3047 and they hold price right there, I wouldn't short gold either. Gold has definitely turned around. So, all right, looking like we're getting some bullishness right now. Like I said, I'm not going to take the breakout, not the first one. The EMAs are not in agreement right now that price wants to move away from this range. So that's what I'm gonna wait on. And the reason why I'm gonna wait on that is because the last couple of weeks, in order for the orb to work, it likes to pull back to a upsloping 21 EMA before it breaks out. And the EMA is literally in the middle of this range. I'm not gonna take a breakout. If I miss a trade, then I'm okay with that. It just this price action just does not fit my my entry model, so I'm not going to take it. Yeah, I'm gonna be patient too. I'm gonna be patient. We have not 24 hours, but we got until 3 o'clock this evening, Central Time, 4 o'clock Eastern, to get in a good trade. And if the market doesn't give it to us right now, we have all day to get one. So. All right. So it looks like, obviously the Nasdaq is looking like it wants to break out. The ES is also looking like it wants to break out, but like I said, I'm gonna trade that pullback. All right, so we got a super liquidity on the at least on the ES. At least the ES swept liquidity. Gonna be looking out for that. Yeah, I'm actually looking for a price to actually come back down to around S1 on the ES. I'm actually looking for price to come down here. I don't know if we get that today, but this is where I'm looking for. But if we get a break below, if we get a break below R2, I mean, what does that even mean? Okay. Yeah, I think I'll probably just do it that way, so I can watch both. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's gonna definitely be one of those sessions today, man. It's definitely gonna be one of those sessions. I swear, it's gonna be one of those sessions. Oh man, it's gonna be one of those sessions, man. Yeah. We got to pull back to the 21 EMA, but we did not get a breakout. Usually the orbs like to break out first, and then we get that pull back to the 21 EMA. So if I don't see that, it doesn't fit my entry model. I'm not going to place the order on the charts. Mm. Mm. I don't think so. I think Apex is doing it 80% the last time I checked, but I don't check for Apex unless they're doing it 90%. You can look. Look and see what the latest promotion that Apex is running. It depends. It really depends. It depends if they're doing a special. If you can get lucky and pass an account when they're doing a special, you can get a lifetime for the price of the subscription. Usually, depending on which platform you use. I know NinjaTrader 8 or Rhythmic, it's around like 90 bucks, I think, for a subscription. And for Tradeovate, it's like 114 or something like that. Tradeovate is expensive for some reason to activate the account. So, my bad. They pass the cost on to you, the trader. Hey, good morning, Alfred. Okay. Well, it does look like we're about to get a break of the ES. Looks like we will get a break. Hmm. Okay. All right. Yep, just follow the rules. Yeah, the 300K is definitely going to it's going to give you more room. It definitely gives you the rope to hang yourself. You can trade 30 mini contracts at one time, for sure. All right, there goes that break right there. Yeah. Yeah, that's why we follow the rules right there. That's why we follow the rules. We got to wait for that breakout first and then a pullback to the 21 EMA. The market has consistently shown us that that's the model that it uses to confirm the breakout. And if we don't see that, well, then we know. And this is a great example of trading the charts and not your heart. Oh yeah, it definitely can. It definitely can. But this just tells me that for anybody that got in at this little sweep right here, looking for a breakout. So super liquidity right there. Now they're trapped short. They're trapped short right there. And I will say that watching this thing go without me to the downside this short, that is hurtful, but I'm like I said, I'm not looking for shorts. Shorts are just too stressful. Beautiful short to the downside. Literally swept the liquidity underneath above the range. Excuse me. And we got this move down. How often do we get beautiful price action like this? Especially on the Nasdaq. Beautiful sweep of liquidity to the upside. And it tested the bottom of the range. Where's the fair value gap on your chart, Santiago? You said that there's a fair value gap to the downside. Where exactly is it at on your chart? Mm. Hmm. So a pattern that I've been seeing the market play out multiple times is if we get price to ping pong in the opening range and we get a fake breakout on either side, the following session, we usually see the market open and just run the liquidity on the other side of the range. And this is a great example of that. Well, we haven't got that to run the liquidity on that one yet, to the downside yet. I think this is a good example right here. We usually see the market just run the liquidity on the opposite side of it on the other during the next session. Kind of like right here. You get that break. So the orb is definitely important. We didn't get that pullback and then it used the bottom of this orb to sell off. All right, so we'll see what happens here. Hmm. Okay. Oh yeah, and oh that was the 9. Well, no, that was the 9 o'clock right there. So we have at least the ES sweeping both sides of the orb. It swept the top and it swept the bottom side of the orb. Hmm. Uh, all right, so Santiago says NQ's fair value gap. Okay, so we got a fair value gap down here, and you're looking for the market to trade into this gap, and you're going to be looking for an entry somewhere in here. Okay, it looks like that's around like 800, 900, 895 ish. Ah, shit, I just closed it. Okay. All right. So it looks like it does want to go for the downside. Does look like sellers are going to try their luck here. The sellers will be trying their luck here. Yeah. No, I'm going to keep it there. You said same for ES. Mm, mm, okay. Well, you kind of figured that we was going to get this price action right now. You kind of figured it. The charts really does tell the story. It really does. I think the market is getting back. Everybody's getting back to their desk. Those that still have their fingers and their toes are getting back to their desk right now. They're probably thinking about, what they did over the weekend. And I mean, let's look at the volume. The volume, I guess, will tell us what we need to know as well. Yeah, like right now, the volume on the NQ is only trading at 450,000, which is that's kind of low liquidity for the Nasdaq. We usually see the Nasdaq in the six, but I mean, we are trading in the summer. This is summertime trading, so we usually don't see price pick back up until about August. It seems like during the summer, every session is like the Asia session. Everything is low liquidity. The market is just ping ponging off of support and resistance. Unless we have some news to motivate the market to move, we usually just see the markets consolidate back and forth. The algos exchanging contracts between one another. And if you're not catching these moves right here underneath ranges, above ranges, you're gonna have to sit on your hands. All right, so it does look like the ES kind of does want to break. see the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is she's taking her time. So it seems like we're back in the situation where the Nasdaq is following the ES, because the ES is showing more initiative. Yeah, that's definitely, yeah. Yep. That is definitely the case. And just capturing this volume, you can just see that the market has been consistently trading around at least the first 15 minutes between 200 to 300,000 contracts. Uh, that week before, like last week, we only had 200 price opened up with only 200,000 contracts trading. And you can just see the weeks where we've had clean breakouts. We've had high volume at the start of the 15-minute orb, where it's clean breakouts. But yeah, clean breakouts with higher volume. But in this situation, we didn't get that. We got false breakouts with this, but usually when we're seeing higher volume in the first 15 minutes, we're getting clean breakouts. And there goes the ES. All right. That's what we like to call a happy accident, Alfred. One of those happy accidents right there. Yeah, this price action right here. If your focus is on the orb, this price action is dangerous. I wouldn't say that the Nasdaq, she didn't fake out. I mean, this is a liquidity sweep. She didn't break out and then pull back into the range. So I wouldn't say that she faked out, or she hasn't faked a breakout yet. But the ES has broken out officially to the downside. But I'm looking at Bookmap right now, and it looks like participants is trying to buy underneath this range around R2. I'm not trusting R2. I'm going to trade S1. I'm looking for S1. I'm looking for a double bottom at that low right there. I'm trading S1 with my stop underneath this low right here. That's what I'm looking for on the ES. Yeah, it looks like so. ES traders are very notorious of buying and selling above ranges. That's where the money is. Very notorious for doing this. And this is why I'm not taking short orbs on the ES. I'm not taking short orbs on the ES. Ugh. And I'm not taking shorts on the Nasdaq either. But the ES she's notorious for doing this right here. Notorious for sweeping underneath the range. And it's not necessarily looking for a breakout, but for price to retest highs. That's why if you're seeing the market trade in the downtrend, if you're trading the ES, you have to kind of wait for that fake out right there. And if you're confident in the short, you just have to kind of wait for how price reacts at these EMAs and stuff like that. Because ES ain't gonna break out. She's not gonna break out the first time without EMA supporting her in that breakout. Yeah, it definitely is. Oh crap. Yeah, we was talking about that last night, Alfred. We was talking about that shit last night. It's like, oh, he figured it out. He's trading the orb now. Let's he figured it out. Let's change it. And that's how it feels too. Like the orb will work until you try it for the first time, and all of a sudden, now the orb don't want to work no more. Now it don't want to work. Now it don't want to work no more. Yeah, let's look at gold because ES and Nasdaq ain't doing shit. Man, damn. Oh well, I got to pull my order from gold. Man, I was hoping for a pullback. I was really hoping for a pullback on gold. I really was. Man, that sucks. I was looking for that pullback on gold. But gold has already made the move that I was looking for, so I'm gonna have to pull my order on that on my funded account. That sucks, gold. I don't know why you're being a bitch to me these past couple of days and not giving me what I want and making me have to practice what I preach and being patient. But yeah, you need to relax with that. All right. So yeah, I was looking for a pullback to about I was looking for to buy underneath this range. I had my limit sitting at about like 3077 or like right here, hoping for a pullback, hoping that this would have pulled back. And what I should have paid attention to, well, I just set my limit and I kind of moved away from my screen, but price holding this small little area right here, that was the sign. Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely the sign. I guess I'll try that, man. I guess I'll try it. I guess I'll try it. Well, like I said, I have to pull that order, and because I mean, if it comes all the way back down, I mean, I wouldn't even trust that we'll get a move up. I would assume that we would see a break of structure. With all that bearish momentum coming back down, the market is trending higher now. Yeah, so gold is definitely there's a support trend line right here on gold. Yeah, so all right. So now if you want to short gold, you have to wait for that break and that retest. Or you can just wait for a strong break. Okay. Yeah, look at this. And this is why that's why you don't do it. We could see the ES breakdown now. We had a break. It looks like we did get a pullback to the 21 EMA, but I've already said that I'm not trading the orb to the downside. I'm not taking shorts. I'll just miss it because 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, the market is going to go and break out to the upside. It's going to, if it breaks down to the downside, it's going to struggle. And I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. You know, congratulations on that, man. Shit, the orb on gold, I'm surprised, man. I'm surprised. I've already come to the conclusion that the orb on gold just does not work. It's not consistent. And that's why I won't trade it. It's just not consistent. I mean, yeah, the orb breakout on gold today definitely worked. It worked today. Yeah, you gotta, the orb breakout on gold worked. It's just not consistent. Damn, dude. What accounts were you copy trading? Hopefully it wasn't your trade day funded accounts. Hopefully it wasn't those. But if it was, yeah. I will say, damn, look at that. Oh, 3 trade day evals. Okay. Hmm. So I'm going to test these. I'm going to test trading multiple accounts with small size with these Tradify accounts. I'm going to trade 2 Tradify accounts in the evals and in the funded. So and I'm only going to trade 7 micros per position, looking for 10 points, risking 5 points. Last night, I shared that, in my opinion, the best position size for a small account, if you're trading gold, is 7 micro contracts. Because it gives you, if you're willing to risk $360 per trade, that's 54 ticks of risk, which is an over exaggerated stop. You can get away with a smaller stop if you want. 27 ticks is only a $180 loss. Hold on. Like 360, 270, I think it's like 36 ticks. Hold on, let me do the math again. Yeah, so like if you're risking 36 ticks, you're only risking $252 per trade. I feel 7 contracts on gold, micro gold, is the best for a small account. It's the best. You have an option between losing a range between $100 and $360, or I'm sorry, $180 to about $360 depending on your risk tolerance and appetite. And if you go to the extreme of $360, that's literally 5 points of risk. Literally 5 points of risk. And you can get $720 with 10 points. Perfect 1 to 2. You can copy trade that without worrying about blowing your account. Dude, if you get your 5-point stop hit, you're wrong. You don't even need the 5 points. That's why this is such a great sizing, in my opinion. You don't need 5 points on gold. But it's nice to, if I want to use 5 points, if my stop gets hit, man, that's only a $360 loss. I was wrong. I can come back tomorrow and I can try again. And what pisses me off about my funded futures is that once I found that perfect size for gold on that stupid starter plus plan that they got, for whatever reason, they thought it was okay to only have 5 micro contracts available, or you can trade 1 full size mini. And I'm like, why does that even fucking make sense? If you're saying that you want us to be risk averse and you want us to keep us in these accounts, but then you're restricting how much micro contracts we can trade, why does that make sense? It's just your actions contradict your words. But I understand though. But it's just, if that's not your intention, just don't say shit like that. Don't say that we want to keep traders in the account. We want to make sure that you're managing your risk correctly. But then you allow us to trade 1 full size mini, but don't give us an option to trade the micro equivalent. Yeah, so that kind of pissed me off, and that's why I don't care to trade the Starter Plus account. But they were doing a pass one get one, so I'm not going to pass that up. And they're also doing I think a lot of these firms are doing the 50% deal. I just don't see a reason to. I don't see a reason to get the 50% any account. I just don't see it. I don't see a reason to get that. My funded futures. I mean, that offer is good until the 31st of this month, so I guess I'll buy something at the last minute, maybe. I guess. Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid, and I don't like that. I really don't. I don't like it. They may have to test a 30-minute. Well, I mean, technically, I mean, if you want to test the 30-minute, this is the 9 o'clock candle. And yeah, this still would have been the range for 30 minutes. It just would have been up a couple of more ticks on the high. On the 30 minutes on ES. And the 30-minute on the Nasdaq would have been in the same spot too. So yeah, this would have been the orb right here on the Nasdaq with the 30-minute. Price still trading in this range. I will say that this range right here, trading it from top to bottom, you know, honestly, okay. In my mind, I'm trying to think of ways to try to take advantage of days like these, but honestly, Days like these happen every so often. If we get a full week of price staying within the 15-minute range, I guess the EMAs kind of did tell the story. I mean, it was telling the story at the beginning of the session. With these EMAs flat like this, there was not going to be a big move to the up or downside. I mean, the EMAs are telling us that. You got VWAP flat, the 21 EMA flat, 50. So we got the long, the short, medium, and long-term EMAs all flat. We have VWAP flat. And we have VWAP anchored to the 755 candle, thanks to, I believe, JR Trades. He brought that to our attention during the night stream. And it lets us know what the volume is like starting at that around that 8 o'clock central time candle before the orb. And the volume is flat. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely has been ping-ponging on both sides. Yeah, the ES is I mean, the ES is definitely trying to break out. And this is why you never short the first breakout on the ES, because ES is really nasty with that. She's really nasty. All right. This will be the breakdown short on the ES, but like I said, I don't take shorts on the ES. I'm just not going to do it. Yeah, it's more. It really is a more. It's really more of an effective strategy. Yeah. And we'll see. So the ES, we definitely got a wall right here between 80 and 79. Definitely got some buyers trying to step up around that area. We could see a potential bounce around 84ish, 85, 84ish. Got some market participants wanting to buy at that area too. I'm looking at 84, 85 because of last week's close. The ES loves bouncing and reacting at last week's close. Excuse me. She loves to react around that area. So and I think that's the best option, Investor Z. Stick to the plan. Just because we got hit in the face today doesn't mean that we need to change our plan up. We didn't get the breakout. We're getting the breakout to the downside on the ES, but like I said, I think so. The breakout, and if he pulls back to the 21, nah, nah, I'm not taking it. My internal voice is trying to convince me to take the short on the ES, and I'm just not going to do it. I don't even want to deal with the stress. And we don't necessarily have anything this week that's going to motivate the markets to move. We don't have anything this week to motivate the market to move this week. So yeah, you're getting the CFTC data coming out today. This is why I hate holidays, because it just messes up the CFTC data. It gets to the point to when we have a holiday, I have to wait a couple of weeks for them to update the data, and then I just forget about it. And then when I was like, oh yeah, let me just put the data back into it. Uh, yeah, I might as well just keep the CFTC data on this page right here. Yeah, I haven't collected the data on this since June 10th because of all these stupid holidays. They're getting in the damn way. And these deviations. So I'll have this updated before the even stream. We'll look at what the institutions and what the commercials are thinking about this week. Now that they're dropping the data today. So but yeah, this week we don't have anything. We have FOMC minutes on Wednesday. I think that's probably all. I think that's probably it. We have the consumer credit change for the month of May. Jobless claims on Thursday. And the monthly budget statement for June. So yeah, it's gonna probably be one of those weeks where we just get priced a range back and forth. Mm. Yeah. Okay. Damn. Damn. Hmm. Damn. Damn. Hmm. My bad, guys. Straight knocked the damn microphone over. Oh, man. Man. Spicy, bro. All right. Mm. Mm. Hey, what's up, Cave Trader? guess it's always gonna be like that loss that takes you out. All right, man. All right. So gold is straight up trending. Man, everything is just moving slow today. What's up with that, man? What is up with that? What is up with that? What is up with that? Hmm. Yeah, that's the only one. That's the only clean one. But then it came back. So that's the one I'm gonna use. No, like I said, I'm not gonna be cute about this. That's what I'm gonna use. 'Cause usually, that's the one that everybody can see. Yeah, it came. I mean, yeah, I guess it could do that. Yeah, I'll just keep it there. No, not today. It just seems like everybody is just taking their time getting back to their desk. And this is why I hate holidays. I hate holidays with a passion. Not a passion, but I just hate that how disruptive holidays are. I just hate it. I enjoy the fact that we get days off for those that actually get days off on holidays. That's the only enjoyable thing about holidays, but outside of that, man, it just disrupts everything else. It causes unnecessary traffic. You go to your favorite restaurant and it's overwhelmed with other people trying to celebrate the same holiday. So it just kills the experience there. Everything is overcrowded. Everything is pushed back or pushed forward to accommodate the holidays. And the market is closed and it's slow. And we have to wait for the market to wake back up during the next session. So you can tell that today was definitely slow price action. It's only 9:51. The time is moving, but it's only 9:51. If he was in something, shit, we would be looking at our clocks right now and be like, man, where did the time go? But you're not getting that. All right, there goes that break. There goes that break. The Nasdaq hasn't broken yet. The ES has though. The ES has successfully broken out, and actually, that's the model right there on the ES. That break and that pullback, and that's the trade right there. That's the trade. That is the trade right there. So we'll see. I've already said that I'm not going to be too angry about the breakdown to the downside because I know that bears suck and I don't want to deal with the stress of a pullback. So I'm not looking for breakdowns of an orb. I'm only looking for the breakout of an orb. I'm not looking for shorts. I am looking for a buy the dip opportunity though. I do have a limit setting at S1 to trade the dip buy, the double bottom of this right here. I am looking. Oh my God. Oh no, no. Yes. Why? No. 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 Oh, why? Why? No. 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 96. See, and this is why I'm not going to take the shorts. It didn't even. We didn't even get 10 points. That wasn't even a 10-point drop. This is a 10-point drop right here. We didn't even get 10 points yet. But we got the breakout on the ES. Yeah, I definitely agree. Yo, congratulations on that, Investor Z. Did you take the short on the ES or did you take the short on the NAS? No, I don't want to take his shorts, Alfred. I just don't want to. I don't want to deal with the shorts. They're just too slow. They're too stressful. I don't want to deal with them. I prefer to miss the trade on the short side. I don't want to deal with it. Because you just don't know if it's going to work this time. You just don't know. I don't want to deal with it. Now, if I was in this, I'll be kind of pissed because my my limit would have actually been right here, 10 points, or my exit right there, and it bounced 2 points above it. I'm pretty sure it'll still get it. But it's just the fact that and then go straight down to it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm looking for the market to come down here anyway. So I'm looking for the long. But I do recognize that if I took the short, I would be up 6 points. I do recognize that. Are you talking about, you say you're taking the short on the NAS? Shit, the Nasdaq is harder to short than the ES. At least the ES will give you a short, even though it's stressful. The Nasdaq, man, by the time you're done, if you even get your target hit, depending on how big your target is, you have a lot more gray hairs than you started the position with. Let's tell you that. You said it bounced off of Friday's low orb. Yeah, it definitely did. Yo, these scammers, yo. Yo, these scammers have no shame. I have not put in no damn I have not put in no resume for no fucking Target. And why the hell is a recruiter reaching out to me to work at Target? These scammers have no shame, dude. Talking about I'm a recruiter at Target. Your background and resume has been recommended by multiple online recruitment agencies. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. And then you're sending it to, shut up. Target? Target? Yo, what the fuck? It says that you can work anytime, anywhere according to your schedule and earn $250 to $500 a day. Oh my God, not $500 a day. Not $500. The basic salary is $1,000 per 4 days of work. Oh, these motherfuckers have no shame, yo. But as crazy as this sounds, people fall for this stupid shit, but whatever. Yeah, just send me your all your personal information that I can use to steal your identity. Because even though you're not going to be able to get $100,000 credit limits and $1 million mansions off of your name, these scammers, for whatever reason, they can do it. No matter what your credit looks like, you can have a 200 credit score, and somehow, some way, these scammers get mansions off of your 200 credit score, and you can't even get nothing. You can't even get a used vehicle. These scammers still can, sure can. Yeah, I'll pass. I'll pass. Shores finally get their victory lap. Yo, congratulations on that, Cave Trader. Cave Trader got an $856 payout from Apex. I still haven't gotten my 10-point target yet. I still have not gotten my 10-point target yet. Damn. What you said? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hmm. I guess I could. I mean, why wouldn't you, right? Yeah, well, that just does kind of seem absurd. Yeah, and then it all lines up right there too. So. Hmm. Yeah, it don't work. All right. If we get a break of this low, then I'll get my target fill. If we get a break of that low. If I took the short. It's definitely. All right, there we go. Target. Well, actually, no, that shit missed my target by a tick. Oh wow, that missed the target by a tick. That missed the target by a tick. Oh my god. Oh my god. That missed the target by a tick. Wow, that missed my target by a tick. That's some nasty work, ES. That was nasty. She missed me by a tick. If I was in that short, she missed me by a tick. Literally a tick. That's some nasty work, ES. Damn, dude, it looks like she's about to push, yo. She missed me by a tick. And you know I can't close it. You know I can't close it right now. Damn. Better go back and fill that target. You said that it broke. You said now you're waiting on the retest. What are you waiting on the retest of, Alfred? Yes, man, shit. The Nasdaq is just nasty with her shorts, man. I'm definitely not taking shorts on the orb on Nasdaq unless we have. I mean, Yeah, honestly, you know what, man? You know what? Hmm. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it long. He's in long. We got him. He's in long. We got him. Yeah, I'm gonna take yeah, I'm gonna take this long. You say I'm breaking the rules? Hmm. 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 Yeah. Hmm. No. Okay. Huh. You're right, Cave Trader. I'm trying to right a wrong, but I don't think the market is gonna let me. I don't think the market's gonna go short though. I mean, that's just the thing. No, but you're right though. I don't have a strategy for the false breakout yet. But if these bulls keep trying and they keep failing, then we're gonna get that breakout to the downside for sure. They keep trying and failing. Yeah.
Stop ESL.
All right. I have a 3-point stop.
Rage.
Stop
Twitter said
ES
dump his
buy.
Ponzi through the bottom of my screen and hit my
Stop
big
ES
toe
buy.
NQ.
That is some nasty work, yes. Okay. Of course, Nasdaq. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Hmm. Oh shit. There we go. My bad. I usually have these tabs already muted. So it's interesting that for whatever reason that they were not muted. All right. I just have YouTube muted in general. I don't care to listen to it. I just need it for certain things. Of course, Nasdaq. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. All right. The ES finally hit my target. She finally hit it. They keep trying and they keep freaking failing. Or there's no follow through. So if they keep trying and there's no follow through, we're going to stop run to the downside. But if anything, I'll probably just have to add I don't like how the bulls are struggling right here. We all know what's building up underneath this low right here. You know what's building up underneath that low. Okay. Oh no. Okay. I think that's probably the best option. I tried to play the bottom of this range, or at least a retracement back to the middle, maybe even VWAP. But looks like I ain't gonna get that. And I would have gotten that target hit on the so I would have got my target hit on. So if I took the ES short from 850, it took about like 30 minutes for it to finally hit my target. I'm still not taking the shorts though. I'll buy the dips. I'll buy the dips all day. Yeah. All right. ES is they are buying it off of that last week's close, and I was considering buying right here, man. I was considering it. I really was. But I'm gonna stick with this low. I'm gonna stick with it. Hopefully we get it. Hopefully we get it. But this might be the push, man. Might be the push. Might be the push. If we can get the market to I'll pull the order if we get a retest of the bottom of this range. If we get a retest before then, or if the market does find support here and we get a retest at the bottom of this range, I'm gonna pull this order. I want the market to trend down, fill it, and then come back up. Hey, yo, what's up, gang? Wait. I mean, does Drake deserve the play? Yo, did y'all see that Drake stole that what's his name? The dude that had that hit single mom song? Y'all see that Drake stole that dance? I thought that was hilarious. I think that was a subtle shot because I think he feels betrayed by his female fans. I think that was a shot. Because we all know that Drake is notorious for sneak dissing. So I think that was a shot. Crazy, man. Okay, so you think it's gonna make the move after lunch? Yeah. The market loves finding my break even and using it as resistance. It loves doing that. Yeah, I should have took it. If it retests 96, 97, I gotta pull that order. I have to pull the order. Man. I'm gonna have to pull that order, man. Man, I'm gonna have to pull that order. If you get that retest. The only thing that's gonna stop it is the 50 EMA. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think the writing's on the wall here. I might have to pull that order. We'll see. At least we got break even. At least we got our money back. We made a mistake. We got our money back at least. All right, cool. All right, well, I guess I'm still in it. All right, so at least I got my money back plus $30. Paid for commissions. All right. I'll give myself an 80% today. I give myself an 80% because, you know, I as Cave Trader said, I did break a rule. I did play the range bottom. That's what I was looking for, but I broke a rule because I didn't plan for it. So even though it's working out, that's not a habit that I want to instill. So I give myself an 85%. I didn't plan for the trade because it could have easily broken down and, you know, my feelings would have been hurt and it would have been a losing trade because I broke the rule. I mean, it depends. It's stealing because if Drake didn't ask his permission to bite off the dance, and especially he has a trademark. Yeah, he has that at least copyrighted. He has that because he sells merchandises with that dance on it. Stickers, t-shirts, hat, merchandising, so it's at least copyrighted. If he has that, and I would think he would have a trademark. So if we're going to assume that it's trademark, oh yeah, that is definitely stealing. You know how much a certain, especially in the entertainment industry, samples, small little samples, you have to pay millions of dollars for. So just with that in mind, with Drake being in the music industry, the entertainment industry, and he knows that if he wouldn't do that to Taylor Swift, or if he wouldn't do it to another big name, I would just see that as disrespect. Because probably in Drake's mind, he's a smaller content creator. He's a figment of his imagination and he can do what he wants. And he doesn't fear any repercussions from it. So he wouldn't do it to another big artist. I mean, he's done it to smaller artists compared to him, but uh, he has to buy the samples. Like if he wanted a Taylor Swift sample, a Michael Jackson sample, DMX, the established names in the game, he knows that he has to pay for that shit. So it's honestly at this point, it's principle. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's principle at this point. It's all principle. Because what, you think it's sweet over here now? You think you can just bite my shit without even and it just makes him look corny. I mean, we all know that Drake is not that guy. I mean, at the end of the day, he's Aubrey or whatever his name is. Drake is a character that people enjoy, but now Aubrey has done a really good job of killing the character of Drake. He's done a really good job. And so now I guess he has to rebrand his name to Flake or some shit like that. Start over. So it sounds like, hey, no, I don't mind other people's business. And I should have stayed in that position. I don't mind other people's business, or at least I try not to. I don't mind other people's businesses. But I'm not gonna lie, man, that kind of hurts. But well, the ES and the Nasdaq is at the same area where we could see a small little rejection. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. We could see a small little rejection. We could. Small little rejection. But as long as the ES does not retest this right here, I'll stay in this order. I'll stay in it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true, K-Trader. And yeah, he's definitely did. Honestly, I mean, when you have an audience that doesn't care and they only care about themselves, they don't care how you are, they don't care, how do I want to say this? They don't care where you got it as long as it gets them to where they need to be. Drake's audience is definitely a more feminine fan base. And what I mean by feminine, we're not talking about female, we're talking about people that prefer to live their lives on an emotional spectrum versus living their lives through a masculine one, through logic and reason. He has a feminine fan base. The feminine is very self-serving. Very self-serving. The feminine is always asking, what have you done for me lately? Always. Women and children, what have you done for me lately? And so Drake's fan base don't care where he gets it from. As long as it's good music, it makes them feel, it makes them experience whatever emotion that they want to experience, because the feminine loves to get high off of their emotions. So that is definitely a thing. So they don't care. And that's why Drake has been getting away with it for so long. Because he's been doing that to everybody. He's been doing it to all the smaller artists. Compared to him. I think I want to make that clear. I don't like to think in terms of small and large and big and small and all that stuff. But compared to other creators, obviously Drake is more established and a household name. Yep, that's exactly true, Alfred. They don't care until it's them. And that's just the feminine. It's very self-serving. All right, so we're getting that small little rejection from that area. We got a small little trend line right here, but we'll see what happens, man. Really? We'll see what happens. Got a small little trend line. So that tells me that we could potentially see a bounce here at 904, somewhere in that area. Maybe a fake break of the trend line, and then a continuation back to the highs of the orb. Gold still steady trending. Gold is, and this is why I don't like gold when she makes these big moves, man. I don't like it. I just hate it because it's hard to get into a position when she makes a big move down and then price is slowly grinding up because all the bears are getting stopped. So it's not even price action that's moving this market, it's just gold running stops. Yeah, and now my funded account is locked. I have it to where it locks. It opens up at 7:30 in the morning and it locks up at 10:30 in the morning. And the only opportunities to trade on this account is Monday through Thursday. Fridays, I don't take trades on Fridays on none of my funded accounts. So we just have to find an opportunity tomorrow. But all right, guys, that's it for me today. We're out of time for this session. If you took the short to the downside on the ES, you definitely got paid. But unfortunately on the Nasdaq, she faked out to the downside and she traded right back into the range. The only short opportunity that was presented on the Nasdaq was the short at the swing high right here. That was the only opportunity that she gave to the short side. So if you missed this short and then this follow-up trade short, then if you took that breakout down, yeah, that wasn't, yeah. So, all right, we'll document this tonight, and we'll definitely move forward. So, with that said, I'm still looking for the ES to come down here. I am looking for an entry down here, around like 80 S1, and I'm risking $450 on that trade. So we'll see what happens. But all right, guys, that's it for me. We'll definitely be back later on this evening, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. With that said, peace out, everybody.